Miami's on fire, so they tell us. Well, brand new report just came out of London. The Economist. We all know The Economist magazine. Oscar, you ever read The Economist?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Wow, I'm shocked. Anyways, The Economist magazine, the financial publication in the world, been doing it for probably close to 200 years. They just came out a report and they're ranking the most livable cities, United States as well as the world. We're going to talk about Miami's ranking. A lot of you are going to be surprised because you're hearing the marketing information. Say Miami, everybody wants to be here. You know what The Economist says? They say Miami's number 8, United States. We're going to tell you who's ahead of them. And they say we're number 44 in the world. 44. So much for the sell side that, Miami's this place everybody wants to be. They're flooding in here. We're not doing very well, but we're going to get into all of that. I'm Peter Zalewski, condo consultant, expert witness, founder of the Miami Condo Investment Club, joined here by my partner, my co-host, commercial real estate broker over at Lee & Associates, no one else but Oscar Musibay.
That's it.
Or is it Musibay? You always change it.
Musibay. Yeah, I change it every other day.
Yeah. Oscar Musibay. What's going on, Oscar?
Just hanging out, getting these ratings. So excited to be number, what did you say, 44?
Number 8.
Yeah, in the U.S.
In the U.S., 44
in
worldwide.
Let me tell you, 44, as I understand, is better than 45.
But there's 173 cities. We barely made it in top 50 worldwide.
So here is my sense of it.
You can't even name 43 other cities throughout the world, I would bet.
It's possible.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I'm up to 42 now. I've been studying. So here's my question for you. This rating, right, is it tourists and locals?
It's livability.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Livability.
Define it.
All right.
Define it.
So the way they do it, and Oscar's got a copy of the report in front of us, and everybody, if you want to see it, look up 2026 Global Livability Index. And because we're in the United States, we drop the E, but the Brits, they put a E in there. So they call it Live-ability.
Right.
You need me to spell that, or you got that?
I got it.
Yeah, so that's how they do it.
Down.
So what are they looking at? They're looking at 5 factors, Oscar. They're looking at infrastructure.
That's it.
They're looking at stability.
Yes, sir.
They're looking at, and this is a weird one, they take culture and environment and they put it together.
Well, that makes sense.
They look at education.
That makes sense.
And they look at health care.
Okay.
This is how they're gauging where do people want to live.
Okay.
Boys and girls out of London, they came out with the study, Oscar. They've been doing it since 2007.
Right.
This isn't something brand new. This is something that's got, 20 years.
Yes.
20 clicks on the odometer, if you will.
Right.
So
tell me what you think. I want to hear what you think is livability and then what they think is livability.
Well, I think better than me talking about what I think we ought to look at the top 10 international cities because I think a couple trends are going to emerge really quickly.
Okay. So here are the top 10 cities.
Remember, everybody, Global Livability Index 2026 report.
That's right. Top 10. Number 1, Copenhagen. Denmark. Incredible. Yep. I just saw a documentary about Denmark and Copenhagen.
Very known for the food scene there.
Yep. Everybody was extremely happy. They were, attending events right there. And
always ranks as one of the most happiest countries, Denmark. In the world.
Now, why do they say that's a livability nirvana?
Well, we're going to get into a little bit more of the details. But again, stability, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and climate/culture.
But do they have twerking on police cars? What are your favorite phrases?
Listen, during the 21, 22, 23 boom, and ultimately bust. That's going to play out in South Florida.
Yeah.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said you can come down to Florida. You don't have to wear a mask when we're going through the pandemic. All the blue states.
Yes.
The big, bad blue states, they said you got to wear a mask. We don't want people getting sick.
Yeah.
Governor DeSantis said, come on down. Corporations said you can work from home.
Yeah.
Go wherever. And people said, let's go to Miami.
Yes.
But what really set it off is Miami Beach permitted people to come down here, get on a police car on Ocean Drive and twerk.
Yes.
And everybody flooded in this market. Maybe the economists, intelligence unit, maybe they penalized South Florida because of twerking on police cars.
Maybe.
I mean, you know how the Brits, a long
time.
But you know how the Brits can be.
Yeah.
Brits can be a little bit too structured.
Structured. Yeah.
Yep.
So number 1, Copenhagen. Number 2 is Vienna, Austria.
I would never live in Vienna.
Yes.
So I got to ding them for that. Vienna. I mean, what is Vienna? It's about pastries.
Yes.
It's coffee.
No, it's a lot of nature over there, I hear.
It's a bunch of boring.
A lot of trees. There's a lot of singing in the mountains.
But it doesn't strike me as like an exciting place. Maybe it's like a place you go to die. I don't know that you would actually like, I'm up and coming. I want to change the world. I'm not going to go to Vienna.
Listen, whatever emails or texts you have regarding Vienna, send them to Peter because he's the one that's saying Vienna sucks. All right, next on the list is actually a city that is close to your heart because you were jailed there, I think. Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Yes.
Melbourne, Australia.
Is it pronounced Melbourne?
Yeah, located in Victoria. And listen, there's a little bit.
Fancy.
Yeah, but listen, it's got a connection. It's got a connection to Miami.
Which is you.
William Brickell, Old Man Brickell.
Oh, yeah?
Old Man Brickell. He was trying to make his fortune. He went up to California, California gold rush.
Yes.
He crapped out. He then went for the gold rush in Australia, New South Wales, which is a neighboring state to Victoria. He set up a hotel there. He ended up being like Levi Strauss, the jeans people who were selling jeans to everybody looking for gold in California. Old Man Brickell, he sets up shop at a hotel. He's selling product and people are coming mining for gold. And that's where he meets the beautiful English woman who was living in Australia called Mary Brickell. And we now have an entire district named after her and him, located in Miami area that people know.
Good.
So there is a connection. But no, Melbourne's interesting. I would say Melbourne's kind of like a New Orleans. If you want to compare it to the United States.
Mm-hmm. So, funny enough, Australia has 3 of these top cities. 3.
Yes, 3 out of 10.
Out of 10.
You know which way the researchers are leaning.
So, Sydney is the next one on the list.
You got to pronounce it correctly.
How do you say it?
Sydney.
Oh, God.
Sydney.
Here we go.
Yep, Sydney. Sydney's like Los Angeles.
All right.
If you want to compare it to the United States, Melbourne's it would be like a New Orleans or like a Chicago.
Okay. So the next one on the list is another of our favorites, Zurich, Switzerland.
Oh, my gosh. It'd be so boring. Why do you want to live in Switzerland?
Listen, that's where everybody puts their money. It must be a nice place.
They are non-committal. They won't choose a side. They never choose a side. They're always the ones that are in the middle, non-committal. You ask them a question, they're like, well, it all depends. It's like talking to an economist who's cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
Why would you want to live in Switzerland? Switzerland is so bad that you're supposed to go there for the Alps. You got the Swiss Alps. You have all this type of stuff. And then what happens? In the winter, Art Basel's a city in Switzerland.
Right.
They do an event in Miami because everybody wants to get the heck out of Switzerland. And that's the time when you're supposed to be skiing in the Alps.
They want a new view.
No, Switzerland.
Listen.
I would sell Switzerland. I would sell Austria unless you're like north of 70.
And they have those cool knives that have every tool in the book. They weigh like 40 pounds, but they're super cool.
Continue on, please.
Right. Next on our list is Osaka, Japan.
Now, Osaka, Japan could be interesting.
Yeah, that's a great place.
Yeah. We all know about the Japanese culture. They are effectively, this is the way it was told to me, when you're looking at Europe, like the refined culture, I was told, and if you got any problems with this, take it up with Oscar.
Yes.
I was told that the French are the refined part of Europe.
Okay.
They do the fashion, they got the cuisine. Well, apparently over in Asia, and I've traveled a lot of Asia, that's what the Japanese are.
Yeah.
So anywhere in Japan, it's always about the foodie. It's always about like the whole holistic approach. And although they got a problem with earthquakes, they keep getting hit with these earthquakes. So
how do you say cuisine?
Cuisine.
What?
Cuisine.
What kind of pronunciation is that? Where is that from? Is that Chicago? Is that Chicago speak?
No, I think that's
like on
from
the Bear. I think I saw that on the Bear.
Maybe it was on the Bear, yeah, but my early influence was a guy called Anthony Bourdain.
Oh yeah,
he was a drug addict.
Yes.
Chef.
Yes. Who
basically could talk and tell the story. Yeah. Did you know we actually had a restaurant here in Miami?
What was it called?
It was named after the main primary one in New York, but I can tell you more so where it was located. It was located right there on Ponce and Miracle Mile.
Okay.
You know where there's a TD Bank right there now?
Yeah.
And there's a Borders or Books and whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, as you go south towards Ponce Park and as you go south towards Village Merrick Park, there'll be an alley right next to the TD. Then there's a little right now it's a Mediterranean restaurant. That's where he had his restaurant. Well, he didn't actually have it, but it was the ownership had it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So he really knew Miami quite a bit.
in this report, it actually references exactly what you're saying about cuisine or whatever you said.
Cuisine.
That they call Osaka the kitchen of Japan because it's a culinary dynamo.
If you're a foodie, Japan is like one of the places to go.
Yeah.
I would argue about French food. I'm not a big French fan. I like the baguettes. When I go to Paris, I get the €1, €2 baguette.
When you go to Paris?
And well, I've been there a few times.
How many times?
3.
And they let you back in the country?
They always let me back in.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore.
I got to stay in the shady parts of town, but they let me in.
Okay. So the next one, I know you're going to correct me because you're a control freak. Adelaide, Australia.
Adelaide.
Oh.
Adelaide is the place in Australia, and everybody should go to Australia. If you go to Australia, I work there. If you go to Australia, you need at least 4 weeks.
Why is that?
At least.
It's that big?
Well, first of all, the distance to get there. Now, once you're there, there's just so much to do. But of all the places you're going to go to in Australia, do not go to Adelaide.
No. Why
do not. Adelaide is not necessarily a place worth going unless you want to go cage diving with the great whites.
It says it's known for its world-class vineyards and cutting-edge natural wines.
Yeah, natural wines is a way to sort of say there's no development. It's kind of backward. If you do want great wines, you're going to get them out of New South Wales, where Sydney is, or you're going to get them out in Western Australia, a place called Margaret River for all our winos or winees. Can you say winees? Is it kind of like foodie?
Wonos.
Oh, wonos. Okay,
Wonos.
okay.
More than one.
Okay.
So the next one on our list is Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Our sister country. That's right. Vancouver.
Listen, Vancouver and Miami have a connection.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, of course, all the Canadians used to come down.
No, but the Canadians coming down. They're coming down from Quebec, the Quebecers. No, but the connection is...
Isn't it Quebec?
Quebec, depending how you do it. But here's the connection, Vancouver, Miami. Mm-hmm. So 1990s, when you were like 30.
Yes.
1990s, what happens in the 1990s?
Right.
The Brits decide they're going to give up Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
They're going to take this island, this metropolis that they've built right on the edge of mainland China. They're going to hand it over to the mainland China.
Right.
And they cut a deal saying, listen, the only way we're handing it over is if we can do... You guys can do one country, 2 systems. So you got what's going on in the mainland, then you got what's going on in Hong Kong, which is about democracy. Brits hand it over, the Chinese say, yeah, we're all in. Then they move the goalpost. Does it sound like the real estate industry changing the goalpost on what constitutes equilibrium versus a buyer's market?
That's it.
But what happens? Many people in Hong Kong, they flee in anticipation. They go to Vancouver. You know where else they came?
Where?
They came to Miami.
Look at that.
When I first got to Miami in the early 90s, a lot of people from Hong Kong had come here.
Right.
They came here because they were looking to basically play, because, they're global-minded. They're thinking about trade. They're thinking about
investment.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So originally when I got here, I worked with a number of people when I was at Miami Today who had connections to Hong Kong, who had all left Hong Kong in anticipation. They don't want to go to Vancouver. They all came to Miami because they saw that as a play with, as one of, for the longest time, there were 4 global pan-regional destinations for your money. It was Hong Kong, it was Singapore, or you say it the way they do, Singapore.
Right.
It was Miami, and then Dubai. Hong Kong's off the table now because of what happened with the, Oscar, there was a publisher in Hong Kong. He published a publication, I think it's called the Apple newspaper, not related to Steve Jobs' Apple.
Right.
The guy was publishing stories. Mainland China grabbed him. They threw him in jail. Now there's concerns the guy might die in prison. He's north of these in his high 70s, 80s. Horrible. So Hong Kong's off the list. People are afraid to go there because you don't know what the mainland China is going to do.
Yeah.
And then you got Dubai. The bubble of Dubai has been pierced because of what's going on with Iran now and all the attacks going on there. So now the only 2 places left standing are Singapore as well as Miami as a destination for international money that wants a pan-regional type of location until somebody else emerges.
Well, another city that's emerging, but we all know it very well, Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is number 10.
Listen, we have a mutual friend, a guy called Jean Gruss.
Yes.
A famous financial writer.
Yeah.
Gave it all up 2 years ago, moved to Key West.
Yes.
So he could be a dive master. He's now diving.
Yeah, you should see those pictures. You've seen them, right?
Unbelievable pictures.
The color is just phenomenal.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Jean will tell you Tokyo is one of the best cities in the world. just because of everything's ahead of the curve. Like what we think is modern here in the United States, Tokyo is good 10 years ahead of us.
Right.
Plus, you're a big anime fan because you like your Dungeons and Dragons.
I do, but those are two very different things. But
Why are you mixing them up? Don't they do an anime
version? After this, and I'll explain the whole thing.
Don't they do an anime version of Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't think so.
See, that might be the breakthrough. You know how you got K-pop?
Yeah.
It basically is breaking through and taking over the world.
Korean.
Why don't you do it with Dungeons and Dragons?
What a great idea.
Dungeons and Dragons and anime. It'd be perfect.
This is at least a $5 idea. I think I'm going to jump on this right now.
$5 below.
Although
with the inflation doing what it's doing, they're going to have to make that $10
I'm going to have to pay a tariff on that though, so it may be like it's $2.50.
All right, so we just went through the top 10, Oscar.
That's right.
Which U.S. cities are on there? Top 10.
Well,
none. You didn't mention any of them.
There are none.
We talked about 3 Australian cities.
Yes.
There's more people in California than the country of Australia.
Yes.
Even though this land size is like the 48 here in the United States. There's no U.S. city on there for livability. So my first question to you, and you're not necessarily well read on this study.
Right.
Why aren't any cities in the United States on there? Big picture.
Well, in the United States, affordability is an enormous issue. It has to do a lot.
Affordability is not one of the criteria.
But it's talking about livability.
Stability.
Livability.
Culture and environment.
Right.
Education. Healthcare. As well as infrastructure.
Yes.
We have all those, don't we, in the United States?
The challenge in the U.S., and everyone knows it, is that it's very expensive to live here.
But affordability is not one of the factors.
But I would say that affordability is the same as livability. It's quality of life. It's quality of life.
You would say that, but the Brits who put together the study from The Economist,
right? They're
not factoring it in.
Sure.
They're talking about livability.
Yeah. Well, it's tough out here, which is why there's so much chatter all over the news about people's inability to buy houses, to buy food. Inflation is up. To pay
None
for
of that is on their list, though.
It's the same idea.
It's not on their list. You're taking a different direction.
It's the same idea. So I think that is the reason why we don't have a single city. I would say probably of all the cities in the U.S. that would potentially rank here, it would be New York, because New York has the financial district.
Oh, do I have a surprise for you?
Here we go.
We're not getting into U.S. cities yet, but I got a surprise for you.
Tell me.
I got a surprise.
I want to hear this.
So, name of the show is called Miamees on Fire.
Yes.
Miamees on Fire is basically tries to cut through all the hype, the hyperbole, the spin, the trees grow to the moon. And we try to give people a real perspective of what's really happening. So no U.S. city, including Miami, is on the top 10 worldwide. Okay. Now, let's get into the U.S. cities, Oscar. Let's get into the U.S. cities. And I'll tell you what, you want to go, why don't we go number 10 and work our way up to number 1?
Okay.
Just to lead everybody on so they stick with the show.
So let's just say this, that I'm right 100% about New York on another index.
We're not talking about, we're talking about,
just telling you.
We are talking about the group that came up with the Big Mac index. Big Mac index was ahead of its time.
All right.
They figured out what the cost of a Big Mac was in various cities around the world. Right. And this way, because a Big Mac should trade for what a Big Mac trades, much like oil.
Yes.
It's a global market. And they were able to do that, The Economist. So these guys are ahead of their time in terms of putting things together. So they really pay attention. They understand it. So let's see what they got to say, Oscar. The 2026 Global Livability Index for United States cities. And we've already documented United States did not crack the top 10. Oscar, let's start with number 10. Give us the 10th most livable city in the United States.
Let's see. I'm going to say it's...
No, well, sure. You got the list.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to go through this. I got like 20 lists up
Just
here.
look at the list for...
Here we go. Well, let's get your context for what you think it is and why.
Oh, I already know what it is.
All right, tell me what it is.
No.
Why are you holding out?
You name the city.
I'm going to say it is...
No. You got the list in front of you.
No, I don't have the list in front of me.
You don't have the list in front of you.
No, this is what I'm telling you.
You said you had it open up.
No, I have a different list. I have the timeout list.
Yeah, that's the one we want.
Oh, okay. The timeout list I have.
I'm sorry. Oscar didn't have enough coffee this morning. Even though we're shooting this
Listen,
like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he's
the
still not up.
timeout list says that New York City is number 5.
No, you're looking at the wrong list.
Oh, you see, this is what I'm telling you. There's like 20 lists out there.
No.
Everybody, it's like a belly button. Everybody has one.
Pull up the Condé list.
All right,
Condé Nast list.
You explain number 1.
No. Pull up Condé Nast list. You have a computer. It's all
You're not a good listener.
That's all you do. That's all you're doing is pressing the keys.
You're not a good listener.
Pull up the Condé Nast
All right,
story.
tell us at least what number 1 is.
No, we're going to build up to number 1. Number 10, everybody.
What is it?
The 10th most livable city in the United States.
Yes. What is it?
Minneapolis.
I saw that.
And what is driving Minneapolis? Stability.
Yes.
They're claiming stability is a big factor in Minneapolis.
Yes.
Oscar, I don't know, but a couple months back, we had some bad stuff going on the streets of Minneapolis.
It's true.
Famous rock star wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, Minneapolis is the 10th most livable city in the United States.
Yes.
I lived up there. One of my first jobs out of college was working in Minneapolis. I was there 6 months of the day.
Right.
I bailed because of what? The climate.
Right.
It was so cold. When I got to Minneapolis, they told you need to pack enough stuff in the trunk or the boot, because we were talking about Australia, of your car in case there's a snowstorm blows in and you're going to be stuck in your car for a day or two. So you need to have warm clothes. You need to have food in Minneapolis. They are the 10th most livable city in the United States. Have you pulled up the list yet? Because you're typing a lot.
I have not pulled up the list because they're asking for access.
Oscar. I don't know what kind of website you're on because you got all kind of metadata going here. All right, everybody. Number 9, the 9th most livable city in the United States.
Yes.
San Francisco.
How do you have such good memory? You're not a good sleeper.
I'm like 10 years younger than you.
No, I don't think so. I think you're 10 years older.
10 years younger than you. San Francisco.
So. All right.
Number 9 on the list, most livable cities. Have you ever been to San Francisco?
I have, actually.
What'd you think?
I thought it was stunning. It was beautiful. The weather was, some rain,
that's the
some
climate
not
factor.
rain. Yeah. But in terms of visuals, it was one of the most beautiful, I would call it exotic. I mean, the nature is so, it's everywhere. Like Miami, you drive around, you see a lot of palm trees, maybe some oaks. But there, it's everywhere because it's hilly. So you can go up into the mountains or the hills and look down and just see a variety of green and animals, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. So
so San Francisco comes in number 9, but Oscar, it's a tech hub.
Right.
It's a tech hub. How is it number 9? You would think from a livability perspective, you're making a good wage. You're making a good wage in and around there. Now, granted, it costs a lot to live there, but it's got stability. It's got a Metro Rail, our equivalent of our Metro Rail, but much more expansive, called the BART, the Bay Area Transfer Transit System. So, it's got the infrastructure, the climate. It can get a little cold at night. During the day, it's nice. You got the fog rolling in. You got Oakland on the other side. Oakland is a place that's really starting to take off. There's a lot of cool things. Think Wynwood, if you will. So I don't understand how San Francisco is number 9, barely beating out Minneapolis. Do you have this list up yet or not?
No.
Okay.
So this is my theory of why it's 9. First of all, Minneapolis also has an incredible amount of access to nature, to the natural world. Because
nobody lives in Minneapolis. That's why access to nature. Access to nature is a nice way to say there's nobody there.
Well, that's one way to look at it. But it's definitely something that I think here you have to drive to the Everglades. It takes a little bit. It's not as accessible. Now, if you consider the beaches in Miami as nature, then you have an incredible amount of beauty and access and uniqueness that draws a lot of people from all over the world. So why isn't Miami on the list? Well,
Miami is on the list. We're getting to it. We already said it's number 8.
So if it is, it's number 8. So it's next. It's coming next.
Well, that's what I was trying to go to, but you front ran it. All right, so everybody.
All right, tell me.
United States, Minneapolis, the 10th most livable city in the United States.
Yes.
According to The Economist.
Yes.
Number 9, San Francisco. Coming in number 9. Number 8. This is for everybody who's saying Miami's the best, the best, the best. Not according to The Economist. Miami's number 8. 8th most livable city in the United States. You want to know what one of the big issues is for Miami, according to The Economist study, which at some point you're going to figure it out how to pull it up?
Right.
Culture and environment.
Okay.
We got dinged for culture and environment, which shocks me because if you look at the cultural diversity of this town.
Mhm.
You look at the money that George Perez, old man Perez, donated for the art museum over Biscayne, over at Maurice Ferré Park.
Right.
You look up Philip Frost. The guy made his money on generic drugs.
Mhm.
He donated. There's a science museum there.
That's
We
right.
got the Performing Arts Center named after Adrian Arsh, a banker, former banker, cashed out, made big time money.
Yep.
Donates money. We got the Performing Arts Center. They take the old Sears right there on Biscayne Boulevard and what is that, like 12th Street or so, right where they're building the big Tarantula Bridge.
Right.
I think they're called the Signature Bridge or the
Yes.
Fountain Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got the Adrian Arts Center.
It looks like a spider.
Yeah, we got Fairchild Tropical Park. We have the Regents. We have Little Haiti. We got Little Havana. We have all of these neighborhoods. Little Buenos Aires. We have Little San Juan. We have all these neighborhoods. We got all the West Indians out there in Lauderhill,
Right.
where I go and I watch my cricket matches. We got the Trinidadians.
Incredible.
We got them all. We got old man Ross, Stephen Ross, the guy who owns the Miami Dolphins. He's planted a flag up in West Palm Beach.
That's right.
So this general area, we got a lot of culture. We got dinged by the economists for having no culture. And also our environment, they say, is a factor.
That's always been a criticism of Miami, that
No culture?
that we're our bench is not deep in terms of culture, but that's
We
nonsense.
got Art Basel. They've
We
been
have
doing
everything.
they've
The
been
Miami
doing-
Book Fair. The
They've been
Miami
doing
Book
Art
Fair.
Basel for 20 years.
They've been doing Miami Book Fair for more than 30 years.
The Swiss are so boring
Yes.
that they needed an event. Even though this is their time with the Swiss Alps and going skiing,
Yes.
they set up an event in Miami in December to
That's
show off
right.
art. But we got no culture,
That's right.
Oscar.
42 years. 42 years Miami Book Fair. It's incredible.
Which Miami Book Fair, yeah, which anybody doesn't know, that typically kicks off the winter buying season, which will go from November to April.
Yeah.
That's when people come to town for an event, for a vacation, to go on a cruise. While they're here, they fall in love with it, and many of them decide to move here.
Yeah.
That's why the South Side people say 1,000 people a day moving to Florida, even though the
incredible.
population contracted by 67,000.
Right. So
Have you
wanna
pulled
know
up?
what the
Have you
next
pulled up
city
the
is?
study yet?
Of course I have.
Okay,
I
fine.
had it from the beginning.
I know number 7.
Well, so do I.
Do you have anything else to say?
Why does it matter if I have a list? I want to see if you know what it is.
Well, this is a good test. So,
see,
anything else about
I think
Miami?
I'm smarter than you.
anything else about Miami? And do you think Miami got shortchanged
Well,
at number 8, or are all the big dogs
Look, here is-
going to be replacing us?
Yeah.
Ahead of Miami.
the bottom line for Miami is often that we get criticized for not having history, whatever the heck that means, because history is everywhere all the time.
1896, City
Yeah.
Miami's incorporated.
And also,
Ponce de Leon,
that's right, is why it's called that.
Biscayne Bay.
That's right.
I mean, all of this. We got history. It goes way back.
Yeah,
We got the Tequestas. We got the Miami Circle. We also got all the other developments
that's right.
that these developers, including George Perez, have simply cemented over
Yeah.
in order to build towers.
Yeah, they found a dinosaur head under the deuce on Miami Beach the other day. So we got a lot of history here. And the other thing is this hit that we always take on culture, and it's absolutely such a ridiculous and lazy criticism because
Ooh, I
everything-
think you're getting triggered. You're
Everything-
a little bit offended.
everything that we do here is about culture and the diversity of culture. It's not just one thing. It's
The
everything all at
Economist
once.
doesn't
I
care.
know, they're nuts, man.
44th in the world.
Crazy.
the United
Crazy.
States.
Crazy.
Number 7, Oscar.
I know what it is. I
I do
see.
too.
I wanna
Number
see if you know.
7. The
All right,
city that is.
whoa. Let's do it differently this time. Okay. I'm going to give you some hints.
I already know what it is. I know what it is.
This city offers a mix of past and present that is intoxicating. What does that mean?
That's
in the
all-
South End,
Listen, all you got to
historic
say.
brick townhouses
All you got to say is
sit next to the
clam
avant-garde
chowder.
restaurants.
Clam chowder.
He gave it away. man.
Boston.
Well, you could say the same. Clam chowder could apply to San Francisco.
If somebody says clam chowder, you're going to think of Boston.
Chowder, San Francisco also. I don't think that's a good one.
Boston is number 7. Miami's
Iconic
number 8.
sites like the Freedom Trail, Fenway Park, and Beacon Hill. You can't argue against that.
Against the culture?
Fenway Park.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
Lone
the
Depot
underline.
Park.
We just got the underline. Yeah, but they took away that great home run palm
Oh,
tree.
yeah, the home run fountain.
Yes.
With the birds and the seagulls and the water. Yeah.
Every time there was a home run, it would go off, and you would see the
That's
thing go
thanks
around.
to Derek Jeter.
Yeah,
Derek Jeter,
your
you did it.
favorite.
You were a great ball player. You're terrible
Your
running the
favorite.
Miami
Your
Marlins.
favorite. Okay, now I know this list is all screwed up. I must have gotten like some kind of hacked version of the list because the next city
I know the
should
next
not
city.
apply. Should not
I
apply.
know the next
I don't know how
city.
it's on this list.
Number 6.
All I can tell you is this: that once a year, they pour green dye into what is it? The river?
The Chicago River.
Exactly.
Chicago.
Oh, you gave it away.
Chicago is number 6.
It is number 6.
How
Why?
can Chicago be number 6?
Yeah, but if you're
the
here,
weather's terrible.
But how can you?
You got
here?
90 days. You can actually go
True.
outside. The rest of it, you're all locked up.
Yes.
You got nowhere to go.
That's true.
The basketball team is terrible. The hockey team is terrible. The
Chicago
baseball
Cubs
teams
are a great team. What are you talking about?
They're a great team, but they
when
always.
did they win the last World Series?
10 years ago,
yeah,
2016.
They did fantastic.
Chicago's the 6th most livable city, despite the weather.
According to Condé Nast. All right.
No, according to The Economist.
Well, in this case, it's also
But Condé Nast, they pulled the numbers and they put it.
There you go. So I'm going to give you the 5th city.
I know
I'm
the
gonna
5th
give you
city.
The hint. I'm going to give you a hint.
I know the 5th city.
This is for our massive audience so
All right.
that they can play along.
Go ahead.
All right. So there is a fountain in this particular city.
Man,
that
you are
supposedly,
terrible. You are terrible at giving hints. Go ahead.
That supposedly was gouged for 300 feet by a guy in a canoe.
You don't say that. That's not going to lead anybody to any. Listen, the 5th most livable city in the United States.
Yes,
It's got a place called Ben's Chili Bowl.
all right.
You guys have never been there. When you go, you make sure you check out Ben's.
That's right.
Been around for ever and ever and ever.
For how long?
No,
20 years.
No, it's got to be close to
25
80 years, 90
80
years.
years.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah. That thing's on Social
The
Security, right?
5th most livable city in the United States.
Yes.
A city where you do have infrastructure,
Mhm.
but you also have the National Guards on the street.
Yes.
How do they have stability
Mm-hmm.
when we don't have National
So,
Guards?
that's a
I
good
mean, I've seen the
question.
ICE agents here, but you're not seeing National Guardsmen. You don't have a reflecting pole that's all fenced off.
That's right.
They haven't fenced off anything here.
No, not yet. I mean, in terms of restaurants, you have great African restaurants over there, like
You have everything.
everything. It's
And
incredible.
this is direct, and I don't know if I need to get beeped on this,
Yeah.
but they have a pizza slice over there called the Big Ass Slice. Official name. That's how they market it.
The big ass?
Big Ass Slice.
The big S? Are you
Big
saying
ass
S?
slice? Yes.
Because your
So,
Chicago accent is very heavy.
When you go to Washington D.C., you're going to see all kinds of signs for the slice.
All
The
right.
slice is so big, it's
Right.
dramatic. In
Yeah.
fact, there's somebody in South Beach. I think the place is called Nick's.
Yeah.
Nick's in South Beach. They do a slice that's effectively equivalent.
All right. So the next city on the list is one that I have not been to, but I imagine you have.
We're talking about number 4.
Number 4, because it's the what would it be? It would be the tech capital of the world, or is that more San Francisco?
No, San Francisco is the tech capital of the world.
Okay, so this is junior then.
No. Well, no. This is the home of Miami transplant,
Mm-hmm.
who's now returned.
That's right.
Old man Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
That's it.
Seattle. Seattle is the 4th.
Why are you saying it like that?
You got to say it like the
so
Brits.
strange.
This is The Economist.
All right.
You got to say it like the Brits.
All
You got to
right.
say Baal, Seattle, and Zebra.
How do you say annoying?
Seattle.
All right. So Seattle, why is it
Seattle.
on this list? It might be known for its drizzly climate, but Pacific Northwest wonders await those who move to Seattle. No, I don't want to move to Seattle. I'm sorry.
But you want to know what?
Yes.
On this list in the United States, you know who has the greatest culture, according to The Economist?
Yeah.
It's not Miami.
Okay.
Seattle.
All right.
Highest,
you know what they
highest
call it?
percentage
This is
for
interesting.
culture.
Apparently,
Seattle.
this is where The Wizard of Oz was written, because they call it the Emerald City. Why is that? Because of all the green. It's so rich and it's got so much rain that the streets are lined with trees. Can we say that here in Miami?
And the guys who are a little bit intoxicated laying in the street. If anybody's ever been to Seattle, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Not as bad as Portland, but
Yes. Locals can enjoy the shoreline and distant vistas of the Olympic Mountains.
okay. So we're
What we see is Mount Trashmore. That's the problem.
well. Seattle's also the home of Starbucks. That's where it originated.
See that? They have some kind of special affinity for Starbucks. I'm sure that's what's going on.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to do something to keep up because it's constantly dark and dreary
Right.
and raining.
Yes. Now-
So that was number 4, right?
Yes. The third city on the
Well,
list.
time out. Let's set the scene.
All right.
So we got 3 more cities in the United States that are
Yes.
livable. We've already taken Miami off the board. We've taken
Yes.
Boston off the board. We've taken Chicago off the board. San Francisco's off the board.
That's it.
3 more cities, Oscar. Everybody at home, give yourself some thought. Who do you think these three cities are going to be? Oscar, the third most livable city in the United States.
So I'm going to say that you are going to be surprised by this because
I'm not surprised. I already know it.
This particular city has gone through a transformation. They would have to because it was once the steel capital of the country. In fact, the Pittsburgh Steelers, which were one of my favorite teams when I was a kid watching the NFL, was all about Pittsburgh, right? They call it what do they call it? The awful hanky, terrible,
something like that. Yeah. Oscar's more of a football fan than me. I like the NFL, but to me the game is simple. Whoever goes forward most wins. So it's not really that complex. But Oscar says it's a very sophisticated, intellectually stimulating sport.
It is.
Where the guys who can get the biggest ultimately win.
This city in particular has been.
You already said this city. What do you mean this city?
Completely.
You got to make the
changed.
announcement.
So I would say it is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is one of the most important states in the country for presidential elections. Pittsburgh being a blue-collar town that has had to completely rebuild itself from
move towards healthcare, move towards universities. They kept their famous Pittsburgh sandwich. We ordered a sandwich, and they put coleslaw on it. That's their claim to fame.
I love it.
They got coleslaw on the sandwich.
I like coleslaw on hot dogs. In fact, Arbetters has the Pittsburgh hot dog, and
they have a Pittsburgh hot dog, really?
Well, they have something like that.
You should give Grant a call. Grant Miller, who's one of the co-publishers here at Miami Community News. By the way, anybody, you're in South Miami, pop on in, say hi to Grant and Michael. Grant will give you a tour because he's not doing anything. But Grant's got a dog named after him as well as Arbetters.
Is that right?
And now there's a Pittsburgh.
Yes. And they also have one for the quarterback who beat UM. They have, because that kid is from Miami, right? And they also just named a new hot dog. I'm going to find out for who.
Oh, yeah. I saw a video.
Blathering.
I saw a video that Grant did.
I'm going to see if I can figure it out.
So Pittsburgh is number 3. Is that what you're saying?
Pittsburgh's number 3.
Okay. Yep. Now, everybody, what big cities we still have left? We have Los Angeles and New York. They're not yet on the list.
Not yet.
All right. So, Oscar,
I'm sorry to tell you that.
What is number 2 city?
Neither of those is on this list.
How do you blow it? You're terrible at leading up. You already said neither of them's on there. People would have been People would have been wondering which one they are.
You're misleading everybody.
Give us number 2.
I want to manage expectations. That's what you do in sales. All right. Atlanta is number 2. Atlanta,
everybody.
Atlanta is we call
more livable than Miami. Atlanta's got access to the Atlantic.
Yes.
Atlanta's got access to water.
Yeah.
Atlanta doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's so hot there, Oscar. In the winter, okay, it's temperate, but it still snows.
Yeah.
Oscar, when I'm in Atlanta, and it's number 2, number 29 in the world.
Yes.
When I'm in Atlanta, you know what I think of? I think of the rings of hell. Why? Because their their interstate system, they build circles. You're constantly going in a circle. Oscar likes to make right turns every time he drives me. We go in circles because he's constantly making a right. That's what Atlanta's like.
I love it.
The people of The Economist, they love Atlanta. They want to get on the road and just go around the belt, over and over. It's like constantly being on the Sawgrass Expressway.
It's fantastic.
You just do it in a circle, or the Palmetto. You just do it circle.
I never have to make a left turn. I just go around and around and around. It's fantastic.
Hotlanta. Number 2.
And I will say this. If you haven't seen the TV show Atlanta, it is one of the best shows I've ever seen, ever, on television, on any screen. It's fantastic. And the best part of it, one of the secrets, is that if you look at the story summaries on, whatever channel you're going to find it on, whatever streaming service, they're insane, off the charts.
Really?
Crazy.
What's the premise of the show?
The whole premise of the show, it's these 4 guys that are always together. One of them is a rapper, and it's the rise of this rapper to become an international sensation.
Okay.
Based in Atlanta, the characters are African American, and they're not only experiencing all the challenges and opportunities in Atlanta, but also a lot of different ideas about how people live and quality of life, right?
And obviously livability, because The Economist called them the second best city in the United States.
Yeah.
Not Miami. Not New York, not
That's right.
Los Angeles.
I'll tell you that Cat Williams is one of the guest stars on the show.
Interesting.
And he had an incredible episode with an alligator in his house.
Yeah, but truth be told, Oscar's not exactly objective.
Why is that?
Oscar's leaning a little way. He's. I'm not going to say he's a booster.
Don't tell me why.
I'm not going to say he's a booster for Atlanta.
Anyway,
but
moving on.
He does have a personal connection to Atlanta.
I do, which I don't want to talk about.
So we're going to have to strike it just like we strike the Russian judges at the Olympics.
Okay. So number one on this list.
Number one most livable city in the United States. Also the 25th most livable city in the world. Is
It is actually in the United States.
Yeah, of course it's the United States. That's why we're talking about the top 10 of the United States.
It is. And it's in America.
Okay.
I'm just trying to play this thing out a little bit. I don't want to just give away the name.
Let me give people a description.
Yes.
The number one city, livability, according to the economists, the Brits in London.
Yes.
Probably a terrible day at the time. Maybe they were drinking too much the night before. They got a little bit of a hangover. They come in, they're sucking down the bangers and mash and just having a nasty day. They named the number one city for livability in the United States.
In the U.S., which is
in the U.S.
America.
Yeah, but number 25 in the world.
That's right.
A city where there are volcanoes. A city where there is an island dedicated to pineapple plantation.
Yeah.
A city that had a terrible fire recently.
Yes.
Destroyed a lot of stuff, did some real bad stuff. A city where one of the cuisines, and Oscar loves the way I say it,
here we go,
includes spam. Spam.
That's a hugely popular product that people are using more and more in their food. I don't know why.
Well, because of inflation. Because of inflation. I'm sure inflation.
It's crazy.
Pushing 4%. That's going to push it.
It comes in a can.
A city that we have a restaurant, a themed restaurant in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
Of Oakland Park Boulevard and US 1 or Federal Highway. What's the name of that joint? Remind me. Honolulu, everybody. Honolulu. Most livable city in the United States. And if you want to get a touch of it, a taste of it, go up to Oakland Park Boulevard and Federal Highway.
Okay.
They brought back Bill Fuller, the guy from Ball and Chain.
That's right.
He brought back, I'm blanking on it. The restaurant's been around forever and ever and ever. There was a real movement during the 40s after World War II to really kind of push Honolulu, push the whole hula movement.
Mai Kai.
Yeah, there you go. Mai Kai.
Yep.
Mai Kai up there, everybody. Honolulu, the most livable city in the United States. What say you, Mr. Musibay? Or Musibay?
Well, listen,
Musibay this week. Okay.
Being that it is in the United States.
Of course it is.
I think it's a coincidence that all 10 happen to be in the United States, all these cities. But
it's 25th in the world.
25th in the world. I mean, to me, it seems like Shangri-La, and I want to go there before.
But isn't Shangri-La
before 2030?
But isn't
I'm going to go to Honolulu.
You're going to go to Honolulu before 2030?
I am. That's one of my goals.
Honolulu.
Yes, because it is supposed to be Nirvana. It is Xanadu. It is what all ideas of a perfect place end up being. This beautiful, rich water that is turquoise, and you got so much diversity of food and just lush quality of life.
It's a good place. I've been to Honolulu.
Have you really?
Yeah, Honolulu. Yeah, because I took a cheap flight when I was going to Sydney.
What a surprise.
And I had to make several stops along the way. They were dropping off mail and milk along the way. So we got off in Honolulu. Honolulu it's a nice place. The only thing is, though, you're like 5 hours from Los Angeles.
It says locals hike along Diamond Head and explore one of the country's most lively Chinatowns.
Yep.
Is that right? That makes sense.
Big Japanese influence, Filipino influence. Yeah. No, fantastic food. In fact, some of the bowls that they serve, everybody's doing the bowl now. A lot of them are coming from. Yes. There's a Hawaii bowl.
There's a place near my office in Doral that is from Hawaii, which is in the United States. Incredible.
So Honolulu is number one, everybody. Number 2 is going to be Atlanta. Number 3 is Pittsburgh. Number 4 was.
Number 4 is, I'll tell you right now, it is...
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. No, Seattle.
Seattle. Number 5, everybody, was Washington. Number 6 was Chicago. 7, Boston. 8, Miami. Number 9 was San Francisco. Number 10 was Minneapolis. No L.A., no New York.
Right.
Where do they rank, Oscar? Do you know?
Who?
L.A. and New York. Where are they on the list?
Don't know.
Los Angeles, number 11, everybody. New York City. You got the Knicks, but you're not livable. Why? Because of culture. You got dinged on the culture report. New York City's number 12,
How
everybody.
is that possible?
New York City's number 12, and you know where New York City is in the world?
Yeah.
66, Oscar.
Crazy.
Miami is 44. Honolulu is 25. This is the Economist Global Livability Index.
Yes.
Oscar, we always end every show. We talk about the heat level. Miami's on fire. We burn through. We let people know if this is reality, if this is hyperbole. Let's take a look at this Global Livability Index 2026, The Economist. How would you rate The Economist ratings of the most livable cities, not only in the United States, but the world? Do you like Vienna? Do you like Zurich, Geneva?
I saw
Adelaide.
Yeah, it's hard.
Give us a rating.
What I can tell you is that Copenhagen is a place that I know through television. I've never been there, and it seemed like a fascinating place that people love to go to.
You can go there. They got an amusement park called Tivoli Gardens.
I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
Did you go yet?
I haven't been there. I dated a woman back in the day. I dated a woman from Denmark.
We can go together, probably.
Nah, that's okay. You're too old. You're forgetting stuff. You're gonna bring
a date. I'm just saying.
You're gonna bring me with to remember like what was on the agenda.
Oh, is that what it is? So I think
the Economist report.
Yes, Miami always gets dinged in general because of those things that we identify.
Lack of culture. Economists say we got no culture.
Exactly. So it's a common refrain, and I kind of like it because it gives us an attitude and a swag that is very off the beaten path.
Kind of like the University of Miami football team.
Exactly. We are the person that everyone thinks is never going to succeed, and we have attracted all the money in the world.
Listen, if you need a therapist, I'm sure we can reach out. We can get you a good therapist if you're having problems worrying about this stuff.
We got some of the richest guys in the world.
All your boys. We got Ken Griffin,
we
Citadel.
Go golfing every weekend.
We got Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. Right. We got Larry Page.
Marky.
Google.
I call him Marky.
We also have Alex Karp, Palantir.
That's right.
They're all here. Peter Thiel was here too, but then he bought a place down in Argentina, so who knows where he's splitting his time.
I'm not sure how he's making it work. But the bottom line for Miami is that we have a lot to be proud of, and we're getting better.
But that's not the question. The question is The Economist. They're ranking with the 2026 Global Livability Index.
Yeah.
Where would you put it on the heat level?
I would say that if you put Miami in that context, Miami is the
I'm saying the overall study.
I got it. I would say it is a 80% chance of rain. That's how hot it is. There's a lot of humidity.
But you got to give us a heat level
because Miami's not on that list.
So what's the food? What's the cuisine?
I would say it is a beautiful piece of sushi. Like
sashimi.
Sashimi, yes.
Basically just cold fish on ice.
It's fresh, but it doesn't fill you up.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to lean your way. I'm gonna go bagel and schmear.
Yeah.
I think this study or this index comes out of a bagel and schmear. It's as hot as nice cold thing of cream cheese. Right. I like to go to Moe's Bagels up in Aventura. Moe's, if you're out there, you ought to think about sponsoring our show.
That's Grant.
That's Grant Miller.
Screaming
Told
like
you he's never doing anything all day. So I would say a bagel and schmear in terms of how accurate this index is. I don't think Miami's 44th in the world. I don't think Miami's 8th in the country.
Yeah.
I do think New York City is overhyped.
Yeah.
66 though might be a little bit. They drop them down a couple notches.
Sure.
But number 12 in the country behind Pittsburgh.
Right.
Behind Minneapolis.
Yeah.
For livability.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
it's
about
incredible.
that. Yeah.
So I think for us, now that we're down to the last few minutes of the show, we want to thank Community News as always for such a great opportunity to see and hear and talk to all of you every week and hear how you want to do business in Miami and how important real estate is in your lives. And we are encouraging you to come down to South Miami and the Community News headquarters, buy advertising from them, attend their breakfast. They have everyone and their mother at these breakfasts speaking, telling you stories about how they got to where they got to. And these people are family. It's a family business started by the Miller father. And now we're into the next generation, and it's exciting. This is the heart of innovation in Miami in terms of media. These guys have been through it all. So support them. Tell them how you can join with them to make your business better. And thank you, Peter, for coming, because Peter's been, on a rough ride. He hasn't been sleeping lately. I don't know what's going on with him. I think, he's getting old. Excuse me.
Too much partying with all your boys.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And I think we're going to end up closing it out. Do you want to say anything, Peter? Because you always want to say something. I mean, it's hard to keep you quiet.
Well, I would just like to say, remember, Miami's on fire, but there is some reality. But the reality can go the other way, too, where it's a little bit off. Mm-hmm. And I think the Economist study is a little bit off. I don't think it actually captures it in terms of where Miami ranks and where a lot of the cities in the United States rank in terms of livability. Like, I live in Miami. I would never live in Pittsburgh. I wouldn't live in Atlanta, all due respect. Honolulu, I might, be willing to put up with. So you got to take everything tongue in cheek. On the sell side, they're going to have you believe the trees grow to the moon. And then on this side, maybe it's a little bit more doomsday than it really is. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, Oscar.
Well, thanks again for joining us, and we'll be here next week with a great guest. I already know who it is, but I'm not going to tell you because I want to keep a surprise, but it's very exciting, very interesting.
Yeah, you're selling that really well. Very exciting and very exciting.
We're going to make our own list of the best guests we've had so far. We've had more than 10 shows, I think, so we could have a top 10 list, right? And Peter is not going to be on that list, even though I've interviewed him a few times because, the way he talks, it's just so annoying. But anyway, moving on. Thanks. See you next week.